can. I got linked this in the Daily Scramble. I believe this is about Niara VT. You know, one of those V-tweeters that can get like 10, 20K, 1,000 likes on their Twitter, but then they can't break 200 viewers on like Twitch, right? And they make less than minimum wage, and all they do is live on the internet all day. Yeah, one of those people. I believe they're a Pokédex bio as well.
And it's always like so interesting that these people are like obsessed with age of consent, with like
That's enough.
Let's get into it though.
Just when they think I've...
Oh, they also tried to farm a clip of me again, trying to shit on me, and then the entire internet took a dump in their mouth. Hey, I'll be real, man. I'll be real. Everything I said was absolutely correct. You might be upset about it, but it is what it is. Let's keep going here.
Seen it all. I've heard it all. I mean, I've been doing YouTube full time for about 4 years, 4.5.
Yeah.
I truly thought I've seen it all, but no, there's always someone freakier to come along. And
there's somebody's law where the law states that it somehow always gets worse. Oh yeah, this is the VTuber that says, well, kids don't consent to puberty, so that's why hormonal therapy as minors is fine. I am so sorry, but if you believe that, one, changing the structure of one's genetics or mutilating one's body is fine as a child, you're retarded. If you have to wait till 18 to drink or do marijuana, you should probably wait till your frontal lobe is fully developed before you make life-altering decisions. What a stupid, stupid, stupid argument that anybody is even remotely humoring. Just wait till you're 18. To be honest, I actually recommend waiting till 23 to when your frontal lobe is fully developed. Brother, I waited till 30 just to get a fucking tattoo, right? Like, motherfuckers just be throwing caution to the wind these days.
And guys, we found it. So there's this YouTuber / Twitch streamer who goes by Niara. I think that's how you pronounce it. In my opinion, they're legitimately one of the freakiest VTubers out there. Now,
hey boys, judge me by my enemies. Yep, judge me by my enemies. That's why I was like, oh, Niara made a hate threat on me? Oh, okay, great. That's gonna signal to all of the crazy people to not watch me, which I don't want, and to all the sane people to watch me. It was very, very, very beneficial, actually. Greatly thank you for that. It was awesome.
For the longest time, I thought VTubers were freaks. I thought they were weirdos. I thought they were degenerates. But then I realized, oh, that's just a stigma. It's not real. Not every VTuber is a degenerate. Some of them are chill. I mean, just look at this one.
Yeah, I mean, well, I agree that a lot of VTubers are weird fucks. Like, they just are, right? Like, if you want complete anonymity on the internet, you're usually pretty fucking weird. But when you get closer to the top, that's when a lot more of the normal people are up there. Like, some of the nicest people I've ever met were VTubers. Very, very, very kind. They're just all incredibly socially awkward, right? I don't think I've ever met one truly outgoing, non-anxiety ridden VTuber that was a woman, because Aethel is obviously like the man. I call him T-Dog, or sorry, T-Bone. Lily? Oh, Lily is horrifically socially anxious. I love VTubers, but they're incredibly awkward. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. So I'm like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you through this conversation. And they walk through the conventions in like packs and like they huddle together, like praying to God no one notices them. Even Neanders. Oh, Neanders is so socially anxious. It's so funny. It is. It's like, guys, everything's gonna be fine. And then they get a couple drinks in them and they go fucking nuts.
Right here.
Jump.
What about Bao? No, Bao. Yeah, Bao is probably the most extroverted VTuber. She's also fucking nuts. In a good way.
Right. There is a boy.
Who's this? Oh, stupid bitch.
As you can see,
That's wild.
from their videos, they're pretty trans-oriented, if you will.
Yeah, this is one of those people where their entire identity becomes their gender. Yeah, that's it. I feel like when people make it their entire personalities on what sexuality they are, or what country they're from, or what gender they are, it's like, all right, man, well, yeah, it's just not really that fun to be around, to be completely honest. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. You want to talk about anything else? No? Oh, okay, great.
They talk about is trans, which, you know, I don't care. It's your content. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It does become an issue and a little freaky when you want to get kids involved into your
I absolutely
world.
agree.
And before we really get into it, I just want to say
100%.
this. I don't hate trans people, okay? I really don't hate anyone.
Same thing for me. I don't have anything against trans people, but I think the problem is that a lot of woke parents are grooming their children into being trans by saying, oh my God, my son, he picked up a Barbie doll instead of a fucking monster truck. They must be a girl. Oh my God, I got to get him on hormonal therapy right now. Or like, oh dude, my daughter wore jeans instead of a dress. It's a boy. It's like, yeah, or they're just a tomboy. Or like, or maybe your son's just a pervert and was playing with the Barbie doll to look at its boobs. Once again, once you're 18, once your frontal lobe is fully developed and you want to make a life-altering decision that you think is going to make you feel better, go for it. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you whatsoever. But I'm just worried about the kids.
I only hate people that don't subscribe to my channel and drop a like. That's like my biggest ops. But besides that, I have no problem with trans individuals. I have no problem with, well, anyone really. Don't care what you are. As long as you're cool and respectful towards me, I'm going to be cool and respectful towards you. Now that we got that out of the way, because I know if this person sees my video, they're going to be like, this guy's transphobic and, you know, all of this to beat the transphobia allegations. This should be a nice introduction to who this individual is. This VTuber has repeatedly shared their desire to groom children. They even think children can consent to life-altering decisions.
Fucking insane.
So where's the backlash from VTubers? This is
Yeah, well, they're afraid because Niara has Twitter clout, and what VTubers don't realize is that Twitter clout doesn't mean fucking anything. Like, I'll be real, right? Let's pull this up. Let's pull it up, right? Let's just see here, right? So Twitter clout doesn't get you shit, right? Because Niara has crazy Twitter clout, but like, I'll be real. Like, why do you think they got no viewers? And it only takes like 3 clicks to bot your likes, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that shit, brother. Bro can't even break 200 viewers. That's insane.
is one of their tweets. Trans people will never leave kids alone.
But the other thing is that like trans twit is like very like ferocious. You know what I mean? Like they'll attack you for any way they want to bend. They're like, oh, you didn't like trans people? We'll kill you. Go after their sponsors. They're transphobic. They're transphobic. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I just said, hey, maybe wait till we're 18 till we make life-altering decisions. But everybody's looking for a reason to crash out because that's how some communities thrive, is they always have to have an enemy to unite them because otherwise they'll go after each other. It's pathetic.
We want trans kids to be trans and give them the education and care we desperately need when we were younger. You know, we have this amazing YouTube video and thumbnail. Leave the kids alone. Leave kids alone. And
that is just the fucking weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that's just fucking nuts. Like, holy fuck.
Base Giga Chat responds with no.
Oh, stupid bitch.
Now, because I'm going to get asked this, do I think children, right? Children/kids, do I think children should start transitioning? No, I am not a fan of that. I mean, how can you make that decision? How old do you have to be until you drink alcohol? 18, 21?
Great
How
point.
old do you have to be until you could get a gun? How old do you need to be to start getting tattoos? 18? But you can change your whole gender or at least start when you're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
insane.
Really? That's what we're doing? I think that
Brother, when I was a little kid, I thought I was a fucking transformer. When I was a little kid, I thought Pokemon existed. You got to understand, these kids don't know shit about themselves. Even at 31, I'm learning new things about myself every fucking day. And like, I have voices in my head that tell me to do lots of things all the time. I'm just not going to listen to them. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes when we tell the voices in our head that we're going to fucking listen to them, I think it can lead us down a dangerous path quite often.
that's a bit weird. I don't think we should be allowing kids to do this. How is this person pushing for little kids to start transitioning, altering their whole body or just because you felt like it that very day? You might change your mind later, but at that point, it's going to be too late. When you're forcing it upon kids this aggressively like this YouTuber is, it's weird. It's freaky. It's disgusting. Let them be.
Yeah, find me a kid underneath the age, or who got a tattoo underneath the age of 14 that doesn't regret it when they're an adult. Challenge impossible. Go ahead. Find me somebody who got a tattoo when they were before 16 that don't regret it.
Be a kid, let them figure their shit out and then go from there. If you're an adult and you want to chop your penis and at 4, go crazy, you know? But doing this and enabling this behavior on a child who doesn't know better, who legitimately thinks that they're Spider-Man, do you really want to give that kid full control of everything he can do? It shouldn't be legal. I think that's fucking insane. They also made this certified hood classic. Forcing kids to wait till 18 is a bad thing.
That's just fucking nuts. Like, these people are so mentally ill, it's insane. Like, Jesus Christ. Because the problem is that these rules and regulations are not for everyone. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule. Always. There will always be exceptions, right? There are some people who could, maybe like 1-2%, where they don't regret it. The point of laws and regulations is to prevent the most downside from happening as possible. Sure, sometimes, like me, for example, I drank alcohol when I was 13, 14, 15, 16. I did marijuana too. Nothing. I smoked cigarettes. I mean, I was on tobacco since 4th grade, you know, and to be honest, it was okay. It was fine. But I'm the exception, not the rule. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, sure, hormonal therapy might work out for some people. Maybe some people are really like, dude, I'm a fucking girl, I'm a fucking girl, I'm a dude, I'm a fucking hybrid, right? Maybe it'll work out for some. But the point is, in mass, in majority, it's not gonna work out for the rule. It might work out for the exception, but not the rule. And that's why these laws and regulations are put in place. It's to prevent the most harm from happening as possible, even though sometimes some good can come from it.
So this guy just wants every newborn, as soon as they say goo goo gaga, that means I want to change my gender. So, you know, cut my penis off while it's small. This is weird. I'm not here to call this person a pedophile or anything, but I mean, they're not helping. There is more harm done by not allowing a kid who is questioning their gender identity to not explore themselves and get the treatment recommended by experts. Who are the experts? Are you the experts? Doing all of this yapping has definitely made me thirsty. Thank God I have my, I don't know if you guys could hear that.
My gamer subs using code BALDY for 10% off.
I have my advanced GG.
Yeah, I do. What's your code? What's this code? If you want advanced GG, Society 30, man, that's you. I'm sponsored by a different drink. I'm so sorry. I'm going to skip. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've been doing so. What if the kid was
code BALDY gamer subs? I'm so sorry.
7 and you know they have an insane disgusting parent like this individual. They're like, yeah sweetie, you could transition, and then they're like, well, I don't like it anymore, I was a kid. I do think in 20 to 30 years we're going to see the fallout of this, and I'm sure a lot of the kids will hate their parents. Why would you let a kid make a life altering decision like that?
Bro, my parents wouldn't let me play video games after fucking 6 p.m. at night, and now we got parents these days letting their kids take hormonal therapy and change genders at fucking 8 years old. It's insane.
Like this. Why are you so obsessed with this? All your videos are kids, kids, kids. It's like, bro, chill out. Your hard drive low-key might need to be checked at this point. And I think back to when I was a kid, and I'm like, I was so retarded. Well, I still am, but a lot more when I was a kid. Dude, imagine if I had this crazy idea put in me by my mom or my dad that if I want to be a girl now, I could. And I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. And then many years later, I'm just like, why the fuck did you guys let me do that?
You kept me entertained while I was stressing out over credit card fraud issues all week.
Eating glue,
Here's
running
my
around like
thanks.
fucking Naruto. Why would you let me alter my whole body because I felt like it that day? You didn't want to be a fucking parent. And
I just feel like there's no way any kid actually thinks that way at 8 years old, 7 years old. Mommy, I want to swap. I feel like that idea has to be implanted somewhere in their minds from somewhere. Like, there's just no way.
Tell me no, wait, or we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? There's ways to go about it.
Like, something is making them think that way.
Children
Poison in
into
the mind.
being trans. A 9-year-old doesn't know shit. A 14-year-old who thinks they know everything, they don't know shit, okay? Let's see what they had to say.
Hey, it's me! I thought that way. Turns out I'm just gay. Yeah, I mean, that happens.
I don't want to slander anyone.
This person thinks that minors should be able to consent.
To medical treatment. If minors can't consent to HRT, then they can't consent to puberty.
Bro sounds like the evil doctor from like some Adult Swim cartoon.
How do you not understand the take? Like, what the f is wrong with you?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Bro, you couldn't even get the internet to agree with your point when you said Tectone bad in the same sentence. You use the most hated man on the internet as your example, and you still couldn't get the internet to agree. You're weak. Your logic is not there. You had people backing me over you, brother. You literally got people to agree with Hitler. When the internet is agreeing with me and you're in opposition, that's how you know you suck ass at this shit, bro. You suck ass. You went towards the lowest hanging fruit and you still couldn't get a dunk for anybody to support your fucking brain dead cause. Absolutely not. Stay the fuck away from the kids.
Seriously, if they can't consent to HRT, if they can't decide which puberty they want to go through, how do you, like, justify forcing?
I didn't consent to being hungry. I didn't consent to farting. I didn't consent to puberty. Bro, these are natural body functions. Saying you can't consent to puberty means that you can consent to injecting things into your body are way different, bro. I would ask you if you're retarded, but I already know the fucking answer.
Them through puberty.
Now, the tweet they're referring
Jesus.
to is this one right here. If minors can't consent to HRT, then they can't consent to puberty. I had to read this like 2 times to make...
They even made it a rhyme to trick minors into wanting to say it out loud and make it catchy. They made it fucking rhyme, and people still won't get behind that shit.
Make sure my brain...
So yeah, sorry guys, I don't consent to being lactose intolerant. Yeah, lactose intolerance, he raped me.
wasn't fucking leaking. This person
Jesus.
is so fucked up mentally. They're fried. They're like, well,
oh, they're gone.
If you can't
they're
consent
so
to
gone
HRT,
consent.
then you can't consent to going through puberty. Consent to going through your natural selected puberty is now something that is completely against your will? What is this argument?
You got to be so brain dead to say, I didn't consent to my own body's functions. This is where we're at in 2025. Guys, this is so bad. We're in a simulation. Imagine we're this far gone past the day-to-day, the normal struggles of getting a job, you know, making income to support your family, have a couple kids, fight the war in Iraq. We're so far gone as civilization. We have dumbasses on the internet saying, I don't consent to puberty? Like, holy shit. I didn't consent to take my morning shit. Exactly. Yo, what up, Meth? Good to see you, man. And they go live on the internet and motherfuckers go, yes, queen. It's embarrassing, dude. Holy shit.
Just a non-existent BS argument to compare apples to fucking watermelons. It's not the same.
It's more like apples to hydrogen bombs. That's how different the fucking comparisons are.
Thing, okay? With HRT, you're constantly injecting yourself with something to change who you are. And with puberty, it's something that we all go through.
If my kid can consent to puberty, then my kid can consent to methamphetamines and heroin. Go ahead and shoot up, Jimmy. Okay, Dad. Yeah, oh, this guy really liked watching Breaking Bad when he was a kid, and now he really likes Walter White. I'm pretty sure I need to give my kid drugs. Because that's what I think he is. I think he's a drug addict and he doesn't know yet. So I'm going to inject him full of cocaine. Jesus.
Am I supposed to give this person a lesson on puberty? I better be.
Yeah, my kid watched Transformers once, and I'm pretty sure he really likes Optimus Prime. So I ripped out his fucking heart and put an engine in instead. Hopefully that'll work, because he just seems to really like it.
Getting paid extra for this, for giving a
what are we
lecture
doing
on puberty. It is not the same thing, okay? Puberty is something that we all go through. That is a natural thing. It's just a natural part of life. Why are we having this argument? This is legitimately...
I didn't consent to this boner. My penis raped me. Yep. I got raped by my own penis because I didn't consent to getting hard. I'm calling the police on myself.
A non-existent argument, and this person's trying to make it an argument and a thing. It is not the same thing. What are you on about? You're fucking insane. The amount of mental gymnastics this person had to go through to get to this argument or this conclusion is beyond me. At that point, you might as well make the whole argument that you don't consent to being born and blame your dad.
I didn't consent to being born, so you're paying my bills for life.
For nutting inside your mom and bringing you to life. You are brainwashed, okay?
Straight
I don't
up.
know who brainwashed you, but
Straight
you're
up.
fucking...
The fucking internet, man. The internet. James Charles brainwashed the youth, man. I'll just say it.
retarded. I was willing to be charitable towards you, but you're just weird.
When these
Oh,
people
yeah.
talk about consent, it's always
Oh my God, they went after Asmund too, and they still couldn't get the internet to agree. God damn, that's how you know you've lost. You went against bad guy number 1 and bad guy number 2, and you still couldn't get people on your side. Bro, the amount of Twitter engagement you can get by saying Asmund and Tectone bad is insane, and you still lost. That's how I can tell your aura is non-existent.
in a gross way. When I, for example, talk about consent, it is to like address the claims of like trans kids don't exist because they are too young to transition and like all these things. They shouldn't have HRT. It's the same with me saying, hey, you know, if a trans
Baby comes out, 8-month-old, first word, mama. He said mama. He must be more attracted to the feminine aspect of life. He must be a girl. Quick, inject our male child, inject our 8-month-old child with fucking chemicals. Yeah, I feel like maybe we just wait a little bit.
trans kid cannot consent to HRT, then why can they consent to puberty?
Brother said that live and thought they hit a banger. Holy shit.
How does that work? And then it's like, oh, that is so different. That's like lunacy that you even like.
Even Asmongold in a pre-recorded clip is also saying, hold up, let them cook. They're ruining their career right now.
Insinuate that such a thing even like exists. That is crazy. You normies actually fall for this. Kids can't.
Oh my God. They're saying the normies think this way. The normies, they don't get it. The normies, I'm going to make a chemical bomb and sprinkle it over the elementary schools to make all the children gay. Because if they can't consent to puberty, then why does it matter? What's it matter that they can consent to? Just fool. Like they're like they are an evil doctor, bro. They are an evil doctor.
Consent to transforming.
I didn't consent to being bald, by the way, guys, but yet here we are.
Healthcare argument. I feel like people maybe like in the center.
Yeah, this argument isn't the argument you think it is. You're so fucking weird. I kind of feel like I need to shower after making this video. I gotta keep it real with you guys.
Oh, I love this channel, bro. Holy fuck, I love this channel.
Why are we having this argument in the first place? Can you please just leave the fucking kids alone? Let them be kids and then let them figure their shit out later. Why are we forcing this upon them? Once
Would be
again, this
nice.
is not coming from a political side. I'm not here to push an agenda. I'm just seeing all of this as a normal ass person. How did we get to this point where we want to force transition onto little kids who don't know better, who are barely getting what life is, and you're like, well, you want to change your gender? Let's do it.
How many times has your kid asked for ice cream because they really wanted it and you knew it wasn't good for them, so you didn't give them it? If you're a parent, you would know that's the thing that happens. Like, oh, Mom, I want ice cream. Mom, I want ice cream. And you know they shouldn't have that. And you say, no, Timmy, no ice cream. And then they go to their room and they fucking hate you because they really wanted ice cream. And so then the other day, you say, Mom, I want ice cream. Mom, I want ice cream. So you don't want to have a headache. So you give them the ice cream and then they eat all the ice cream and they say, Mommy, I have a tummy ache. You're right. Happens quite a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to not give people what they think they want because they're fucking wrong and they don't know better.
You know, I support that 1000%. It's one thing to do it as an adult. It's a whole different thing to do it as a little kid.
I mean, fuck, I have a sign in my gym that says kids 12 and under can't be in the jacuzzi unless they have parent supervision. Kids are fucking stupid, so they don't know what they fucking want because their brains aren't developed yet. Brother, I thought World War II was in the 1800s at fucking 28. We're gonna trust these kids to make life-altering decisions? Fuck no.
You don't know better. If we're going down this route, you could get a tattoo at any age. You could start drinking at any age. You could start smoking at any age. If a 5-year-old wants some beer and a cigarette, dude, just give it. And if he also wants to get a tattoo that very same day of a fucking Crayola in his forehead, let him. Who cares? And if that very same day he also wants to transition, dude, fuck it. Let's just do it. Fuck it. If we're heading towards that, just let the kid be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. Don't even be a fucking parent. Just let him wander aimlessly throughout the universe. And I found this comment and it says, as a relatively normal trans person just trying to exist in society, it's people like few that really hold us back. This person
True.
is just making trans people look
Big
horrible
true.
and like creeps when that is not the case. There's cool
Big
trans
true.
people out there. There's trans people out there that are just trying to live their lives. But
Yeah,
it's
guys,
these type
Do
of
you guys remember when kids were eating Tide Pods because they looked like Gushers? I do. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
individuals that fuck it up for
You don't know when World War II took place? 1939 through 1945. You're welcome.
everyone else. I found this comment as well. As a trans myself, I don't agree that children should transition. Children are by default not smart enough yet to make their own decisions, let alone know what those decisions even led to. A random kid at 13 or younger shouldn't be thinking about this type of stuff, which I agree with. Puberty is a natural progression.
People like using the numbers like 13, guys. I don't think anybody should transition until fucking like 21, to be completely honest. Like, I mean, fucking 23 is probably the number that I would pick. But that's just me. I'm a lot more strict about that shit. I would say 23. But yeah, that's just me.
Of things. It exists for a reason. Now, this is someone responding to them on Twitter, and they say, sorry, I'm a leftist, but I still think that the risk of infertility when it comes to HRT and puberty blockers is too big of a risk to give to teenagers. Let them go to therapy for short, but no HRT before 18. I think that's a valid take. This person is delusional. This person should never.
They said, I think it's more important to save lives. In the process of saving 1 or 2 lives, you're going to ruin thousands of others. And for the survival of our species, we should always try to take care of the majority, not the minority.
But no HRT before 18. I think that's a valid take. This person is delusional. This person should never be taken seriously.
Because a lot of these things that they are saying are they're from a fake point of like compassion. We don't hate trans people. We just want kids to make the right decisions. Love how this pretends to be shocked.
I guess it's wrong and you're insane and transphobic if you don't want little kids to start transitioning. The thing with these people is they only see black and white. That's all they know. That's all they see. And life isn't black and white. I wish it was that simple, okay? But it is not. And you're potentially harming the child a lot more when you...
The problem is when all of these dumbasses on the internet, also great video sense of society as always, guys, go like this, go subscribe to them. The problem is when these dumb fucks on the internet want to argue for the exception and not the rule, and that's when society goes into chaos. Yes, sometimes it might work. 1 in a million times it might work. But 999,999 other times, it's not going to. And it's going to cause real harm to our youth and our generation and the next generation. As a society, we need to be much more careful with what is influencing our children. And I don't know how anybody disagrees with that.